Well, another tactic where Harry Kane shines and Alexander Isak does not. Let's just check it out. Hutchy's Masterclass 424 says in the Steam Workshop, get the right players to enjoy this tactic and you'll win everything. Enjoy. This is brought to you by xHutchyBhoy. And right now, we'll see how it does with our three teams. But as you can see, it is a very good 424, very attacking 424 up front at least. I'm expecting some good things. But you do start with a sweeper keeper in defend, wingbacks on the left and right in support, ball playing defenders, box to box in support, a deep line playmaker in support, inside forwards in attack, and then advanced forwards in attack up front. I would expect some good things, but maybe not fully, because a standard, as we all know, a standard formation, even in attack, seems to be not nearly as good in FM23 as kind of these funky formations where you have three in the back and one kind of off to the side up front, or shadow strikers, or half the team is in attack. It's just the way that FM23 likes to run. You want to throw everyone into attack as much as you can. You leak goals, but you score them as well, generally. But mentality is positive. In possession, attacking width is fairly wide. Approach play is pass into space. Overlap in the left and right. Play out of defense. Whip crosses, ball into the box. Run at defense and be more expressive. And I completely forgot, passing directness is shorter and tempo is higher. In transition, counter press, hold shape this time around. Distribute quickly, distribute to the center backs, and roll it out. This is the first time, I think, one of the first times we've seen hold shape. It's funny. Defensive shape is mid-block line of engagement, lower defensive line, so definitely sitting back. Trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in. So if you don't have a lot of players in attack, if you have a lot of players in attack, this would kind of negate that, I guess. If we look at how the teams did, you can see Tottenham did very well. 86 points is a fantastic result for Tottenham. 27, 5, and 6. Just absolutely amazing for them. Wolves and Newcastle, not so much. Wolves with 55. Yeah, that's kind of on average. Newcastle at 49. Definitely a lot lower than what they were expected. Tottenham's schedule looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, the first half of the season, you got one loss to Manchester City. It's a doozy, but still. And then one draw to Wolves. It's kind of funny how the tactics work up against each other, where a lot of the times it's just a poor team in Wolves, or when Newcastle does it, they still can get back on some of the upper teams with that tactic, head-to-head against all the other three teams. But the second half of the season is where it kind of kicks off a little 8-0 over Shrewsbury. But you do lose out to Manchester United 2-4, and then unfortunately you get it back 4-3, but that doesn't save you in the EFL Cup. Champions League, you lose out to Inter 1-3 away from home. You do come back and win at home 2-1, but again, kicked out of the Champions League at the round of 16. FA Cup up to the semis against Chelsea, and then you got a couple losses to finish out the season. But overall, still a fantastic job right there. Yeah, Wolves, definitely a heck of a lot spottier. You are continuing on the EFL Cup, second half of the season. EFL Cup quarters, you lose out to Manchester City 0-2. FA Cup replay 1-4 against Liverpool. And then, it's just spotty overall. Definitely not expecting too much from here. 0-8 to Liverpool to start of the season. You never win against Liverpool anyway, but that's a doozy. But EFL Cup second round, you're already out against Wolves. Again, that head-to-head thing. But you continue on FA Cup third round to Blackpool. You would have been fired immediately. No question about it. Transfer-wise, Marco Asensio from Real Madrid for Tottenham. That's not bad, 9.75. And you already have one for the next season in Charlie Wiggett from Newcastle, 140K. Wolves actually bringing people in. Escaio, Tormena, and Sousa, so we've seen them all. But spending money, 3.2, 11.5, 8.75. That's crazy. But then again, Pedro Neto to West Ham. There you go, 44 million. Newcastle bringing in some players. Ronnie Edwards, Santos, Bergwijn, and Dewsbury Hall from Leicester. 43.5 though for Bergwijn. Santos, 28.5. Tottenham squad, Harry Kane with a 7.50 average. Wow, that's fantastic. That is what you expect to see in Harry Kane when he's scoring all these goals. 44 goals and 4 assists. Yeah, Wolves, not really as close. 7.18 looks to be the highest. And that's Kalajic. Newcastle has nobody in the green. Absolutely nobody for the entire season. That is crazy. Data hub for Tottenham, shaky defensively as you would expect, very good in attack, very attacking numbers, very good attacking numbers too. Wolves, slightly different shapes, but extremely shaky defensively, very good in attack. Oh God, so many low numbers. But they did do some great times in attack, so, you know, it got them somewhere, I guess. Newcastle apparently is the complete opposite. Very good defensively, but very weak in attack. I mean, one shot percentage on target, just at the Premier League average. Everything else below. That's just awful to see. So Newcastle is nowhere to be found on any of these, most except for one. Most goals Tottenham with 104. I mean, again, they did a fantastic job. Wolves up there as well, though. But fewest shots against Tottenham. I mean, there's nothing from Newcastle until you hit here. They got 12 shutouts somehow. But everything else, most tackles won, best pass completion, nobody. Most shots for Tottenham and Wolves. It's a Tottenham and Wolves show. It's really a Tottenham show, to be honest. But will they show up anywhere in the individual stats? Most goals, Kane and Jimenez up there, 26 and 24. Haaland with only 22. He was shut down. Most assists, Sarabia, Barbosa, Son, and Richarlison. Wow, Richarlison with 9. Player of the match awards, Jimenez and Kane. Again, Newcastle, nowhere around. Best pass completion, you got Saw up there at the top. Most dribbles made, absolutely nobody. So you got some defensive side with the goalkeepers at least. Most tackles won, Nunez. Key passes, Sarabia is not at the top this time around though. But most shots, Isaac with 93, and you'll see in a minute, he didn't do all that well. Cunha and Jimenez, Cunha up there. Finally, I haven't seen him in a little while. Kane and Jimenez with most goals we've already seen. But Tottenham in all competitions, Harry Kane with 44 whopping goals. A stellar season for Harry Kane with 7.50 average rating. That's where you want to see him when he's getting all these goals. Unfortunately, a lot of times you get the goals and the highest average rating is like 7.12. It's just weird. But Son with 14 assists, Harry Kane with 9 player of the match awards. Harry Kane definitely the standout of the season. Wolves not doing too bad. Jimenez with 25 goals. That's a nice tally for him. Kalajic with 7.18. Sarabia with 13 assists. And then Jimenez with 6 player of the match awards. Kind of overall average for them. Except Jimenez with 25 goals. That's pretty nice. Newcastle. Isaac with 10 goals. 10 goals is so low. I think it's probably the lowest we've seen from him. If not one of the lowest. Definitely. 6.89 is the highest average rating. Newcastle did an awful job this season. But St. Maximin with 8 assists and St. Maximin and Isaac with 4 player of the match awards. Absolutely abysmal from Newcastle, but Tottenham really shining with 86 points. A fantastic effort all around. And Wolves, Wolves, normal. That's what I would say. So, I mean, there are definitely other tactics that have worked better than this one. But again, this is a straight sim. You can do a lot better if you take control and are any good with any of the, the shouts, the transfers, dealing with match tactics and all of that. So, but that's what happens when you're just doing a flat sim, not taking control of anything. This is what happens. But that's it for me, Sevian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.